Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. This is really exciting. I'm sitting down to film a sit down video which I have not done in such a long time. It's been a minute. But yeah, I've now finished all my Disney vlogs and my travel vlogs from Turkey, so I can't wait to sit down and start talking about things that I am interested in. I'm going to start off talking about the Disney dining plan. Oh, I just ran upstairs and I'm so out of breath. But anyway, my next trip I'll be using the Disney dining plan, and I've used this for 2 previous trips in the past, which honestly I love it. Every time we've been, we've kept track of our receipts, written down everything we've had, and we have saved hundreds of dollars, and that is a lot. I'm not talking like a few dollars here and there, like literally hundreds of dollars, especially if you're on the table service plan where you get 1 quick service, 1 table service and 2 snacks a day, which is what we have used for the past 2 trips and we're going to use for this trip as well. It's just amazing, honestly. I can't fault it. I've been to Disney 4 times now in the past 2 years, and the times that we haven't taken the dining plan, it's not necessarily made it more stressful, but you do have to kind of budget your meals and think about like the pricing you're going to pay, because some of the on-site restaurants can be very expensive. And I think using a table service one especially gives you more chance to try restaurants that you wouldn't necessarily use if you weren't on the dining plan. Like a lot of the character meat breakfasts or dinners, lunch, teas, whatever you call them, they can be especially more expensive because of the situation that you're in. But yeah, this is my video with some thoughts about what I think. I also asked my mum, if you've watched my vlogs you'll know that she comes with me, or I go with her every single time, but you'll know that she is a huge fan as well, so I asked her for some of her points and we kind of put together a list of why we think it is a brilliant option. Obviously it's not for everyone. Some people might think it's too much food. You can go on the quick service dining plan, but we like to go to some of the more sit down restaurants where you get a nicer service and like the whole kind of table service atmosphere. So the dining plan, as I stated previously, you can either go for the quick service where you get 2 quick services, I believe 2 snacks and a refillable mug. Then there is the dining plan, which consists of 1 quick service, 1 table service and 2 snacks and the refillable mug. And then I believe there's the like upgraded dining plan, table service dining plan, and it's 2 table service meals a day and 2 snacks and the mug, I believe. Obviously I haven't used that one, so I can't say exactly what it is, and all the information about this is online. I just wanted to do a video of why I think it's a good idea. So the resort mug, I have mine here for my first ever trip. They just look like this. It's like a plastic beaker with a handle, and they've got these different Disney characters on with a pink lid, and this just pops off and you can fill it up and then it goes back on, and you can kind of lock it with these things here just so if you have a hot drink it doesn't cool down as quick, but they're not really like good enough to put in a bag without your drink spilling out. But these are amazing. So if you eat on site at your hotel resort, you can take this and get a drink with it, which means with your quick service meal you can also get a snack instead of a drink. So if you go to a quick service restaurant in a park, you can get your meal and a drink, and that's included in the total credit. But if you go to your resort, if you have this mug, you can use the drink credit to get a snack, or a drink if you wanted to get a bottled drink, but we usually just fill these up. You can use it as many times as you like in the trip. Last time we tend to just, whenever we went back to the resort in the evening, we'd get a drink of like lemonade or a hot chocolate. That's always really nice, and we're going in December with the dining plan, so I cannot wait to fill this up with the Nesquik hot chocolate. It is delicious. But yeah, these are really good in my opinion, and they make a great souvenir as well. I think we've got 4 of these in the house now. This one is just the one that I brought to uni with me. But yeah, and I think now a few of the designs have changed and they do special ones around Halloween and Christmas as well, which honestly makes it so much more exciting, because I'm definitely going to have to pick one of those up on the next trip. So food in the parks, there are so many variety of options. I've seen a lot of people comment on the food in different Disney blogs and forums and things like that, pages on Facebook, saying that there's not much option. But whenever we've been, we've noticed that there's so much variety of food, ranging from your classic chicken nuggets, which by the way are amazing, to different cultures food, especially in Epcot. They've got like Chinese, Mexican, Italian, Moroccan, you name it, you can get it. In the parks themselves, we've never really struggled to get food that we haven't enjoyed. We've always enjoyed our meal. But yeah, there's always different things for different people, and on the My Disney Experience app you can see every single menu as you look through it, so I'd advise looking through them before you go, and you can kind of pick out things that you'd like to try, so when you get there you're not too overwhelmed by all the choice, because trust me, there's a lot. So the quick service meal locations are usually in a kiosk or a restaurant where you go up to the stand, you order it, they give it to you on a tray, you go off and find a seat, and it's very much self-service. There's no waiter interaction with it. You get your food, you go off and eat it, you put the stuff in the bin, you put your tray on the stand, and then you leave. Whereas the table service, you go in, you'll make a reservation, you sit down, you get a server, you go through the whole meal, you get different courses, so usually a main and a starter or main and dessert, and then you tip the waiter at the end, or waitress, for the service given. So it's a lot more formal, sit down, and you do have to factor in the point that you will be spending money on service, which in the long run of the overall trip isn't that expensive in comparison to how much you would be spending on food a few times a day. So that is one thing to look out on, that is not included, and you do pay that on top of the dining plan, but we've really never had a problem with that. It usually varies between maybe $15 and $30 depending on where you are and how much you spend as a family. Obviously it's going to change depending if you go to one of the more higher tier restaurant levels, or if you go to one of the quieter, more chilled out lunch locations, because you're less likely to spend more money. So to book your dining plan, you can make reservations for places 180 days before your trip, and this means that you can book any table service restaurants. There are a lot that are highly wanted, highly thought after, so I would make sure that you Google first and have a look, see what the people's experiences are, see how easy it is to get a reservation, and then plan wisely around your trip and where you want to go. So when me and my mum usually go to Disney, we make a brief plan. So usually the first 4 days we'll plan out which park we're going to go on to which day, because we'll always do all the parks, and then from then on we'll kind of take it more relaxed. So we like to book at least one restaurant per day in those areas, and then we look to see which restaurants were harder to get on, which restaurants you're more likely to get on the day, and then we went from there and made our dining reservations. I am going to do a separate video on the reservations that we have for the trip coming up, so I'll include them in that, but for this one, that is kind of our plan. We don't plan too much, but obviously if you wanted to, you could set out a list and see what days you want to eat where. So as I said, it gives us the peace of mind doing the dining plan because it's all included, and if you do have your magic band, which is a band that you wear on your arm, and you can have your park tickets, if you're staying at a hotel you can have a credit card on there to link things back to your room, you can have your dining plan on there, and I'm sure there's many other things, but obviously this is a dining plan video so I'm just going to stick to that, but you can keep all of your credits on there. And basically when you go to a restaurant you just tap your band onto a little pad and put in your 4-digit key code, and it'll take off your table service credit or your quick service credit or whatever you like. So really you don't have to worry about taking money with you, and you don't have to keep track of how much you're spending. You can literally just scan it and then you'll get a receipt, and at the bottom it will say you've got 15 table service credits left, and it's so easy to keep hold of, and it just gives you that peace of mind that you don't really have that one extra thing in the back of your head. And I think it'd be amazing if you have children, because you could literally just get them a snack and be like, here you go, eat your food, and just scan your band and be happy with it and walk away being stress free. So our plan with the dining plan is usually to visit places on every trip that we haven't visited before, and maybe save a few special ones that we really enjoyed to go back to, but usually we do tend to go to a different place to try different food, especially with the table service places. This trip I think we're returning to Olivia's, which we ate at last time because it was delicious, but most of the other ones we are going to as a new environment just so we can really enjoy it and tick them off our list. We have been to so many of the character dining experiences. We've been to places like Ohana, Tusker House, the Garden Grill. We've been to 1500 Park Square, I think it's called, and then the Winnie the Pooh restaurant, which completely just gone out of my mind. I can't even think of what it's called. Character fair dining, I think. Maybe not. But we have got so many memories from them places and pictures to look back on, which is just incredible. It makes the holiday even more exciting because you have so many photos of meeting the characters that you wouldn't normally see, because in different places they have different outfits and it just makes it more special. And to be fair, we probably wouldn't go back to a lot of the character dining just because we have done it, and obviously we're both older now. We do enjoy it, but some of it is just to get the cool photos in their different outfits, and then next time we might go to a different one. So this trip we're going to go to Hoop De Doo Review because obviously it's more like a show, and we're really looking forward to that because it is a different thing that we haven't done yet before, which yeah, is very exciting. So yeah, these are my main tips on the dining plan. I hope this video isn't too much all over the place. I have actually written down a lot of things here, but my main tips would be is to go to a different place like every single day if you've not done it before, because it gives you experience to try different places. It'd be to use your quick service at your hotel maybe a few times in the trip, and then you can pick up a snack or something which you could then use for breakfast another day if you're going to be going to the park early. This is really handy if you're going for rope drop, because then you can just grab a snack, eat it on the bus, or like on your way to the bus stop in the morning, go to the park and be full for the day. I'd recommend making some reservations in advance to the more thought after places, because then you're less likely to miss out, and it is amazing to go to some of the restaurants. The food is delicious. Another one is to use snack credit on Starbucks if you're a Starbucks fan, because you can get any size drink for a snack credit. We always go for the venti ones, and we typically get one every day or every other day just because the dining plan fills you up so much. So we usually have quick service as either a lunch or a breakfast, or maybe a dinner, and then have a table service as either a breakfast or a dinner, and then that's like us sorted. And then we'll either get a snack for during the day, or for when we get back to the room late at night, we'll go a snack because you're on holiday, who cares, calories don't count right in Disney. And then we'll always usually get a speciality drink, which is what me and my mum call them, which is any drink from the park. Like the LeFou's Brew is one. There's just something that you wouldn't usually grab if maybe you're not on the dining plan, because it is money that you could spend on something else. But yeah, Starbucks is definitely a huge one because you can get a massive jug, like I'm talking bigger than my head, drink, which is just amazing. So yeah, the dining plan for us has always been a really positive experience. We usually get it when it's on the deal. I think it's either free dining plan or you pay a little bit more to have the dining plan with the table service, and then you're sorted. It's one less thing to worry about for holiday. You don't have to budget, you don't have to think about how much money you'd need for every day, and yeah, it just makes your holiday super easy and a little bit more relaxing. I hope you like this video, guys, and I'll see you in my next one. I am going to be doing a lot more Disney focused videos and sitting down more and talking with you guys, and yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.